You get home. You close the door. You drop your bag on the floor. And before you've even taken your shoes off, it starts. The replay. That thing you said at the meeting, the joke that landed slightly wrong, the moment you nodded and someone looked at you a half-second too long. Your brain is now running film, not relaxing, not processing the day, running film. You didn't forget what happened. You have a director's cut. You have alternate takes. You have the commentary track where you, personally, explain everything you should have said instead. And the wild part? The other people in those conversations have almost certainly moved on. They are thinking about dinner. They are scrolling. They are not running your footage. Only you are. I once spent 45 minutes after a perfectly normal birthday dinner mentally replaying one sentence I said about someone's job. A sentence that, objectively, was fine. The guy probably forgot it before dessert. I was still editing it at midnight. If this sounds familiar, you're not neurotic. You're not fragile. Your brain is doing something very specific and very explainable. We're not here to diagnose anything. We're here to understand exactly how your brain tries to protect you socially and why that protection looks like watching your own blooper reel on a loop. And the mechanism behind it is a lot older than you are. Concept 1. Social monitoring. Humans are a deeply social species, and for most of our evolutionary history, being rejected from the group wasn't embarrassing. It was dangerous. Ostracism meant no shelter, no food, no protection. So the brain developed a real-time threat detection system specifically for social information. Researchers call it social monitoring, a largely automatic process where the brain scans for signs of threat in other people's faces, tones, and reactions. It's why you can feel a shift in a room before anyone says a word. Your brain was doing security work the entire time you were just having a conversation. Concept 2. The post-event processing window. After any social interaction, the brain doesn't immediately file it away. There's a consolidation window, and for people with highly active social monitoring systems, that window is a full debrief. The brain goes back through everything it flagged during the event and asks, did that signal danger? Did I handle it correctly? What's the threat level? It's not rumination. It's quality control. Your brain is running diagnostics. Concept 3. The negativity asymmetry in social memory. Here's the part that explains why the replay always goes to the bad moments first. The brain weights negative social information more heavily than positive. One awkward pause registers louder than 15 smooth exchanges. Not because you're broken, because the cost of missing a social threat was historically much higher than the cost of missing a compliment. Your brain isn't running the bad moments on a loop because it hates you. It's running them because it thinks they matter more. Now that we know the mechanism, let's look at how it shows up in your actual Tuesday. Stage 1. The immediate exit scan. The meeting ends, or the party, or the coffee. And before you've even walked through the door, it starts. The first pass. Your brain quickly flags anything that felt off. A hesitation, a tone, a moment where the energy shifted. Most people assume this is anxiety. It's not exactly. It's your social monitoring system doing a rapid threat assessment. The brain is asking, did I damage any important relationships? Do I need to repair anything? Is anything actually wrong? For most interactions, the answer is no, and the scan ends. Your brain doesn't replay pleasant conversations at length because they don't require corrective action. No threat detected, move on. But when the scan finds something ambiguous, something it can't resolve, it doesn't file it. It keeps it open. Your brain is not sentimental. It's a very persistent IT department. Stage 2. The correction loop. You're on the subway home, or in the shower, and you start mentally rehearsing what you should have said.
What a wonderful feeling, singing my favorite song.
Better phrasing, a sharper response. The version of yourself that said exactly the right thing. This feels like punishment. It's actually preparation. The brain, unable to go back and fix the past interaction, is updating its social script for next time. It's essentially running a simulation. If this comes up again, Here's the improved response. It's storing a better file. The problem is the process is uncomfortable and completely invisible to everyone except you. The person you're mentally correcting your behavior toward has moved on and opened DoorDash. Your brain is editing a movie no one else is watching. Stage 3. The cringe reflex. At some point, the replay hits a specific moment, and you get a physical reaction, a wince, a sharp intake of breath, a quiet, "oh God," that your roommate hears from the other room. That's cringe, and it is a real neurological event. Cringe activates some of the same neural circuits as physical pain, specifically in the anterior cingulate cortex, which processes both types of discomfort. Your brain treats a social misstep the way it treats touching something hot: fast, automatic, unpleasant. Why? Because social pain and physical pain both signal threat. The cringe is the brain's alarm system saying, "That moment violated a social norm, log it, don't repeat it." It's not torture designed to make you feel bad. It's your brain flagging an entry for the things to avoid doing in public database, the database no one asked for, but everyone apparently has. And here's where the good news starts. The brain replays what it hasn't resolved. That's the actual mechanism, not what went wrong, what it couldn't file. So the micro action here is, give it a resolution. When the replay starts tonight, don't try to stop it, and don't try to logic your way out of it. Instead, make a deliberate decision, out loud or in your head, something like, "That moment is logged, it doesn't need fixing, I'm closing the file." This sounds almost too simple, but you're essentially doing what the brain is trying to do automatically, completing the debrief. The brain is running a loop because it's waiting for a resolution signal. You can give it one consciously. Research on post-event processing shows that deliberate closure, actively deciding you finished reviewing an event, reduces the duration and intensity of replay. Not because you're suppressing it, because you're completing it. You can also try this. Notice what the replay is specifically looking for. Is it validation? Reassurance that you're liked? A different outcome? Sometimes naming the need, not the memory, is what actually closes the loop. You don't have to stop the film, you just have to let it reach the credits. And that brings us to the only thing worth keeping from this whole video. Your brain doesn't replay conversations because you're anxious or broken or too sensitive. It replays them because it's doing its job, protecting your place in the social world, correcting errors, updating the script. The problem isn't the replay. The problem is that no one ever told you what the replay actually is. And once you know the mechanism, you can work with it, instead of just living inside it. You're not replaying the conversation because it went wrong. You're replaying it because your brain hasn't decided it's safe to let it go. What would you stop replaying tonight if you genuinely believed the other person has already forgotten it?